It's the Al Travis Show. We love having him on. Spinny and Fatty Buzz from Hard Headed Sports. Today we've got Spinny with us. Spin, how you doing?
I'm doing well, Al. How are you doing this
Good.
morning?
No complaints. Can't complain. It's kind of fun, going to have a long weekend. We're taking tomorrow off doing a best of program kind of thingy. So it kind of gets you jacked up. I'm going away for what we call Big Guy Weekend. We've been doing this. 3 guys I went to high school with. We've been getting together since college, at least once a year. We used to do it twice a year, once in the spring and fall, back when we didn't have spouses and lives. But now we're down to once a year, and we all turned 60, so it's a 60th celebration. We're actually going to Milwaukee and going to watch a Brewers game, going to golf at some fancy course, going to go to a smoke shop and smoke cigars and, drink cognac and crap like that. Just going to be hoity-toity. Going to be a lot of fun. I'm excited about it, I guess, is the answer. That was too much for your question, wasn't it? How are you doing?
No, I mean, that's what I wanted to know. Oh, that sounds like I'm super jealous.
It's one of those favorite things. And again, nothing, I love my family, yada, yada, and all that other stuff I'm supposed to say. But there's something about getting together with people who know everything about you. The BS factor's down. They know who I dated in high school, right? I mean, you're not going to pull one over on them. They know everything about you, and it's kind of fun to get there. And the weekends are just guys having a good time. They were much wilder back in the day. Now we just try to get home without any sprained hips or anything.
Yeah, that's probably a good plan,
Yeah.
Being safe.
Yeah. They're much more just sitting around smoking cigars and chatting by the fire.
Anyways, unhealthy in a different way, right?
Well, yeah, but it doesn't hurt as bad. It's a slow, lingering thing. I don't come home with a sprained ankle and stuff. We used to play like football and on the road. I remember being up in Brainerd at a guy's cabin, and they had a dirt road there, and we were playing 2-on-2 football. The amount of skin left behind, it was just like, what are we doing? But we were young and dumb, and let's say there's some alcohol involved. We don't do that stuff anymore. Anyway, got to talk sports. Your Minnesota Twins. Can we talk about those guys for just a second, please?
I guess keep it short, Al. Jeez.
Well, it's just so hard because I don't know. If you look at their last couple of games, they end up beating LA yesterday, and then they come out day before yesterday. Then yesterday they come out, and I don't even know what's going on. You're ahead by a run in the 10th inning, and that's all good. Life is good. They have one guy on first base. Owatani comes up. There's 2 down, mind you, 2 down. And they walked him. Put the leading run, on base. And I'm thinking, you don't see that a lot. No, it's Owatani, I get it. But do you pitch around him? You have Garrett Jacks pitch around him when you're this close. You're 3 strikes from walking away. Do you really put him on the base?
I mean, it's Ohtani, Al. I think it's a different situation.
Oh.
I think it's more like you don't think you put him on base there? I mean, I think you do. It's Barry Bonds treatment, It's 73 walks and whatever, 73 intentional walks.
Yeah, he's got 37. Okay. But let me put it this way.
On that level.
Minnesota has no one on the level, right? Is there anyone on the Minnesota Twins team you would pitch around?
Absolutely not.
Seeing that, okay. So we end up doing that. They get a hit in the 9th, and they win 4-3. I'm not okay. You're probably not wrong with that call, but it says something about your squad. Other teams have people we fear. We do not.
But how many people are you actually fearing in baseball? That's the thing. Like Judge,
that Raleigh kid, that catcher,
really pitching around in that scenario.
Yeah, that's probably true. But when I look at our lineup, let's see if I can do this. Find this roster. I don't want depth chart. When you look at some of the guys we have on our squad, Jeffers was going to be the next big guy, right? He was good. Oh, Ryan Jeffers coming. France was going to be it. Billy Lee was going to be it. Royce Lewis was going to be it. You've still got Buxton and Correa. Shouldn't we be feared?
Who is going to fear Ryan Jeffers, Al? I love you, but whoever thought that man was going to be next?
He came out swinging like a bat. When they brought him up, he's going to fill the void. Cody Clemens started out hot for us, right? Now he's just doing his thing. Everybody does what they do. There's not a fear on this team. Buxton, Castro, no. Wallner was going to be it for a while, right?
Yeah, I mean, no, you're right. I mean, there is no fear on this team, but I would argue that's the same for about 28 of the teams in the league. So, I mean, I'm with you, but at the same time, that's just kind of where baseball is right now with the no salary cap, and big teams can spend as much money as they want. So,
who'd you rather have on your team, Judge or Ohtani?
oh man, no. I mean, I think it's Ohtani for sure because, like, even say Ohtani never pitches again, right? You never get any pitching stock out of him. He's still like 90% as good of a hitter as Judge, I would say, 90, 95. Yeah. And then if you do get any pitching upside, then it's not close.
That's interesting because I'm just looking. Judge leads the batting average in the American League with 345. He's up 20 points on the next guy. He's second in home runs behind that Raleigh guy, 37. He's tied with Ohtani there. And then runs batted in. He's in second place there as well. And Ohtani doesn't show up on even the leaderboard. Now, he doesn't pitch. Number of hits, Judge, number one. I mean, he just leads so many categories, but he doesn't pitch.
And the season Judge is having this year is, on a different tier, as well as, like, even his last couple awesome seasons, this one's just way different from a batting average and just the rest of it. He's just a complete awesome hitter. So if you want to make the Judge argument to me, I would 100% accept it. I just like, obviously, Ohtani's upside, and I like the flashy, cool, two-way player thing.
Gotcha. This is interesting. The Detroit Tigers are 1-9 in their last 10 games. I don't know what in the world's happened to them if they just came down to reality. And even at that, they're 8 games ahead of the next team, Cleveland, Kansas City. We are now in 4th place in the Central. Can the Twins turn this thing around at all?
No, they can't. It's over. It's cooked. It's in the pot, the bandwagon. I said it. I can't remember if it was Tuesday or last week, but, like, the bandwagon's on fire and burnt, and we're roasting weenies over it at this point.
All right. Even with Detroit losing, only winning 1 game in 10, you still think it's over. Okay, that's fair enough.
Like, we're probably not winning the division. And if we're not winning the division, like, there's like 17 or ahead of us in the AL wildcard. So I just don't think the odds are in our favor right now.
But this is what Twins fans do to you. But there's a lot of season left, buddy. A lot of season. We can get hot.
Oh, yeah, a lot of season.
Well, let me ask you this then. I think the sales deadline is in 2 weeks, or the trade deadline, and the Twins are for sale. Are you buying? Or are you selling? What gets you more money out of the Minnesota Twins? You got to put some fancy name on the roster, give yourself a shot, or is it just sell, baby? It's a big league team. You'll get something for it no matter what.
Well, I don't necessarily think selling hurts either, because usually selling means that you're getting future assets, which is something that the new owners are going to want. So you're selling win-now players for future assets. So I think, if I'm guessing our horrid ownership correctly, that we will probably be sellers trying to, like, clean up the ugly backsplash that when we're trying to sell our house. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Get the new backsplash in, let the owner do whatever he wants.
Put in a nice neutral color. Let me ask you then, who do you put up? Buxton finally has a season that we can all really love. I mean, he's doing his part. Is it Correa? But Correa isn't worth the money we signed him for because he's yet to fulfill that promise. Or is it some of these guys I named their names earlier thinking, that they were going to be the next be-all, end-all? What is it you sell?
Yeah, I mean, it's probably Correa but again, that's what's hard is the value of the players on our team that aren't young is not very high. So I don't know. Is it Royce Lewis? But again, are you selling Royce Lewis at the ultimate low of Royce Lewis's value? Like, that doesn't seem very smart either.
No, that's a good point. All right, let's go to break here real quick, Spin. When we come back, we'll talk some more about the Minnesota Vikings. He's Spinny from Hard Headed Sports. Great podcast. You can pick it up wherever you get your podcast. You just subscribe. Doesn't cost you nothing. We'll be back after this with more with Spinny from Hard Headed Sports. He's Spinny from Hard Headed Sports on the Al Travis Show. Spin, this is an interesting time to be in the business of talking about sports, because with the Twins like you said, they burnt the bandwagon and they're roasting marshmallows out of it. Not a lot there to talk about. We have plenty to talk about with women's WNBA if you want to get into that. But isn't the fact that spring training camp started get you jacked up?
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Get you jacked up, Al. But it's also like a little bit of a tease, right? Like, okay, cool. Now it's like Groundhog Day. Like, oh, now I got 6 weeks of cool stuff. That's how I feel about training camp. Like, yeah, awesome, but now I got to wait 6 weeks for anything fun.
Yeah, but it's always that. Well, do you do the fantasy stuff? You do, don't you?
College coach, I used to do a lot more, and now it's kind of more just not for money type stuff.
Got it. Well, I don't. I get the fantasy, the idea of the fantasy football. I've never really done it. When I played against my kids, in the house league or whatever, I just picked all the Vikings guys because I don't have enough time to study. But I'll tell you what, my boys know more about almost every player than I ever did. It started with the Madden football, and you had to know who you're going to pick, and now it's this thing. This is the year. This is when you start studying up on teams, right? And then you know everybody's player and who might be in and who's going there. This is a whole new industry than when I was a kid, as far as knowing every player on every other team. Yeah,
I mean, like, definitely that, and just the ability to watch every player on every team.
Yeah.
As well, I think, Red Zone has changed it a lot. You can watch every touchdown every week live, basically. So, I mean, a lot has changed, but I love it. I think you get more genuine NFL fans, fans that maybe don't have that home team I want to root for type childhood or growing up or vibe, but really like football, and we can keep them in it via fantasy and other things like that. So I love it for the fanship of the league, which I think is always positive.
What I find is, like, we'll be at Thanksgiving or at Christmas, and half of my brother-in-laws are playing each other in some fantasy football league, and they're all rooting for different people and different teams. Their phones keep going off because some guy thing to thing, and I just beat you for this. It's a whole other conversation than you used to have 100 years ago, but that's enough. Real quick before we run out of time, my friend, your thoughts on the WNBA, and I presume you saw when those ladies went out for the All-Star game wearing "Pay Us What You Owe Us." As I understand it, the league loses money every year. It's never made a dime. The NBA pays for the WNBA to exist. This year alone, they went from flying in charter planes, or, like everybody else, to getting their own charter planes. I know it's not a ton of money, but don't you see it a little disingenuous?
Here's the thing, like, the value in the last 3 years has gone up so much that I think that's where they're at. Like, when the Valkyries came in, their expansion number was like 15 or 20 million. Now the expansion number is 150 to 200 million.
Yeah.
So the Aces, when they sold for like, I don't know, under 10 million. I can't remember the exact number. And now they're worth 300 million. Yeah. So it's like all that is happening, and we're paying the top players in the league like they're plumbers changing their pipes on the weekend.
And again,
so that's where I think it's at.
And I'm not generally sticking up for management. The Minnesota Twins management, I always yell about how they spend their money and that sort of thing. But I just got to see the league in general actually make a profit before I can see sticking up too much. What I mean by you get $78 million a year, and then how much money does Caitlin Clark make on the side with other things which you would not get if she wasn't a basketball player? There are other ways. Now, you're sitting at the back of the bench in the ladies' league, and you're only making $50K. I get your point, but I'm having a hard time feeling too sorry for them when we are actually watching that league change, right? The Caitlin Clarks, the Reeves come in. You see that this is going to change, much like Tiger Woods did with golf. You could see it changing. Hang in there, ladies. Don't complain too early. I think that money's going to come flooding in.
I mean, that's just where I'm at. I think it should be flooding in, and you're right. Like, that stuff does take a bit, but like, in no other profession where the company or teams are worth $300 million are the most important person in the company making $78,000 a year.
Yeah.
That's
no.
Where
Now, You're not wrong, but let's do this litmus test we can, and people get mad at you for doing this. If baseball goes on strike, Major League Baseball didn't get what they went on strike, people were upset. People didn't want to see the second stringers come in. NBA basketball, the football thing, when they go on strike, this made a difference. People hoot and hollered. I just asking you, Spin, if the women decided they were going to not play basketball till they got paid what they were due, I give you a week and a half and people will go find something else to do.
Yeah, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, I probably would have agreed with you, but
okay.
I currently don't think that. I mean, the viewership numbers are crazy in comparison to what they were, and it is the WNBA. One amazing smart decision they made is their season's in the summer when we're dying for sports, just dying for it. It was such a good marketing.
Oh, that's probably good.
You know, like if you don't like baseball, which if you look at, people born after 1990, baseball is not high on their of sports list. So especially watching it, so it's like that is the big sport right now, especially with the growing viewership. So I just don't know.
I don't disagree, but watch out. Ladies flag football's out there. I saw that highlight reel on ESPN or something. There's ladies flag football, which I have no idea the name of any one team. And anyway, I'm just teasing. Spin, we got to fly. I appreciate you coming in and doing the show today.
Thank you, Al. Appreciate you.
He's Spinny from Hard Headed Sports. Get him wherever you get your podcasts.